And now, Mike's thoughts.
Man Hour Nation! Pull up a chair. Pull up your chair because this whole Shedeur Sanders circus is quite pisses me off. It pisses me off. I'm fed up with him. Absolutely done. Cooked, microwave, overheated, preheated. I'm done. Again and again. I'm overdone. I'm well done. I'm mashed potatoes done. I'm refried beans done. Guys, this hype machine around Shedeur Sanders is out of control. The kid hasn't even made a starting snap yet for Cleveland Browns yet, and already is. Oh, he's a dust. He's this. He's that. Stop it. Guys, Dylan Gabriel goes down. Shedeur Sanders steps in this week, and instantly the entire world is split into two camps. You got one side crowning him the GOAT before he's even broken a sweat as a starting quarterback. They're acting like he's about to roll into Cleveland and turn water into touchdowns. And then you got the other side. Already called him a bust before he's even started an NFL game. A bust? How? When? Off of what? The jersey number that he wears? That's lame. The sunglasses? What are we doing here at the end of the day? Everybody wants to be first. Everybody wants to proclaim that he is the savior. First to bury him. First to scream, I told you so. Guys, it is pathetic at the end of the day. It is absolutely pathetic at the end of the day. Everybody wants to be first. Let the kid play football. That's all I'm saying. Let him play some football. He's going to be a starting quarterback for the Browns this week. Cool. Great. Fine. Whatever. Watch the game. See how he performs. And then form an opinion. But this pregame coronation, the pregame funeral, enough. It's embarrassing. Shedeur Sanders is either the savior of Cleveland football or he's the biggest bust since Jamarcus Russell. Depending on which Twitter bozo you're going to listen to. But guess what? We don't know yet. Nobody knows yet. Nobody knows yet, period. Not the media, not ESPN, not Coach Stancy, nobody. Let the kid take snaps. Let the kid run a drive. Let the kid deal with the NFL pass rush trying to rip his head off. And then we can talk. Then we can judge. But right now, everybody needs to sit down and slow down, baby. Stop trying to be the first genius on the internet. Shedeur will get his moment. And when he does, trust me, we will talk about it. But until then, stop crowning him, stop burying him, stop the nonsense. Let the kid play. That is it. Cue that intro. Are you ready for the best damn NFL show on the planet? Man Hour Nation, rise up.
Yeah, hey, let's go. Hitting that gridiron, we going hard, we running the plays. You know the vibe, only the strong survive. Gotta keep your head in the game. Talking NFL, uncut, straight raw. Steady bringing that sauce. We about to take off. Get it hype, this man, our sport talk. Yeah, from the quarterback to the lineman. Everybody bringing heat. You don't really want to try them. Hey, who gon' win? It's a battle of the giants. This show is the flyest. Nobody can deny it. This is Man Hour. Sport talk. Man Hour. Sport talk. What team you reppin'? We keep it interesting. Who caught another down? Who got that interception? This is Man Hour. Sport talk. Man Hour. Sport talk. What team you reppin'? We keep it interesting. Who caught another down? Who got that interception?
Let's go. What is up, Man Hour Nation? Welcome to Man Hour NFL Talk, guys. Your go-to spot for live, raw, uncut NFL talk. I'm so glad you're rolling with us today. But before I jump into today's action, guys, head over to manhourradio.com. That's where you find all the exclusive merchandise, the freshest of the freshest blogs, and everything happening with the Man Hour show. So if you're rocking the Man Hour, guys, that is a spot to rep it. Guys, make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button, of course, subscribe so you never miss a live, interactive show. That's the easiest way to stay plugged in with us. But if you want the full Man Hour experience, guys, become a Picks and Pundit. There's our members-only community where you get free entry into the weekly NFL pick'ems, giveaways, exclusive merchandise, and always the bonus live stream that only our Picks and Pundits get. So if you're all about that next level access, guys, join the squad. Remember, this is a live interactive show, so I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you, Mr. Old Man River. Old Man River says, what is up? What is up? What is up? What is up, Old Man River, guys? Old Man River is a pigskin pundit.
Get you some.
Be like him and hit the membership tab down below and become a part of the Pigskin Pundit. And Joey's in the chat says, brr, what happened to that boy? What happened to what boy? You're talking about Shedeur Sanders? Like, nothing's happened. This chair is so fucking bad. Every day, it's a chair. Nothing has happened to Rodgers Sanders. He is starting week 12 for the Cleveland Browns. He will be either deemed a bust or the savior of Cleveland after the first quarter. Like, it is what it is at the end of the day. And unfortunately, I'm so sick and tired of hearing it, baby. So sick and tired of it. Let the man play some football. Let the man understand, like, hey, this is what the NFL is all about. I am tired of these pundits out there. I'm tired of Wayne G. I'm tired of Combsy. I'm tired of Mark. Big D wanna be D, wanna kick his little ass. Rodgers Sanders sucks. Stop it. Stop it. Let the man play. King Pablo's in the chat. The Rams? We talk about the Rams. We are going to talk about the Rams. Are they the best team in the NFL? On this Overreaction Tuesday, guys. It is Overreaction Tuesday. We are going to talk a little about the disaster in New York called the New York Football Jets. We are going to talk a little bit about the LA Rams. We are going to talk a little bit about the Baltimore Ravens. We're going to talk about the Jaguars, the Chargers. So, guys, sit back and buckle up because, man, we got a great show for you lined up today. But we still got to welcome some people in the chat. We got my man Jim Pals in the chat. Says, oh, boy, did I miss something last night? Man, you didn't miss nothing. The only thing you missed was Rodgers Sanders being named starter in Cleveland. The only thing you missed was Dylan Gabriel getting concussion. The only thing you missed is Rodgers Sanders being praised, almighty Lord. Rodgers Sanders, come save us in Cleveland. We all know people go to Cleveland to die. Joey says, figured you know that song, Unk. I don't know what song that is, man. You're gonna have to fine tune my memory because the only songs I know are by MGK, DMX, a little bit of Tupac, and Chris Stapleton. And of course, I love my Pink. Ooh, I love me some Pink. Ooh, I love me some Pink. So refresh my memory. Did you see his house got robbed while he was playing? Yeah, I did see Rodgers Sanders' house got robbed. Got robbed of what, $200,000 worth of stuff? Good Lord. I thought they locked away those guys. The freaking kingpins from what, Brazil or whatever the hell it was. I don't know. But guys, picks and punters, get you some.
Get you some.
Like Old Man River says here, guys. Get you some. But guys, let's get into the title segment of today's show. It is the disaster in New York called the New York Jets. And benching Justin Fields just proves that they are the biggest disaster in NFL football, period. Man Hour Nation, sit down because we all need to talk about one of the most embarrassing, chaotic, clueless organizations in the entire National Football League, and that is the New York Football Jets. Guys, they're just not bad. They're just not struggling. They are organizationally broken, and today was the final straw. They have officially benched Justin Fields for a 36-year-old Tyrod Taylor. Not a 36-year-old Aaron Rodgers, not a 36-year-old Joe Flacco, not a 36-year-old Tom Brady, not a 36-year-old, who else? It's for Tyrod Taylor. This is pure insanity. This is dysfunction. This is the Jets being the Jets. It is crazy. Guys, let me say this right out of the gate. Justin Fields has not been playing well. Shea can say all he wants. Top 10 quarterback. Just stop it. Justin Fields is not a top 10 quarterback. He has been inconsistent, he has been sloppy, and he's been struggling every way possible. By benching him now is the dumbest decision that this team could have made. You gave him $30 million guaranteed. $30 million guaranteed. You traded for him because you believe he had untapped potential. You sold the fan base on the idea that he could be your future. You said he was under contract through 2026 for a reason, and now 11 weeks into the season, you throw him to the bench for a quarterback who will not be on the roster next year, for a quarterback who's 36-year-old, a quarterback who is not your future, a quarterback who is not helping you build anything right now. This is classic Jets football. They break quarterbacks, not build them up. They break players, not build them up. They don't draft well. They don't coach well. They don't do anything well. Guys, simply put, Justin Fields needs reps. Not a seat on the bench. He needs to get on the field, seeing if he is your future. If you believe in Justin Fields is your future, he needs reps. He needs film. He needs chemistry with your receivers. He needs to be tested. He needs to learn the system. He needs to show whether or not he is your guy or not. Simple as that. Because Tyrod Taylor is not. You not learning that, he is not going to learn that on the sideline. You do not learn that from holding a clipboard. Excuse me. You do not learn that watching Tyrod Taylor trying to survive that behind that offensive line. That's flat out terrible. And simply put, guys, the Jets need answers. They need answers now, not next year, not in training camp, not after more seasons going through Justin Fields. Justin Fields is under contract. He costs real money. He was your project. You owe it to the franchise. You owe it to the fan base. You owe it to us to evaluate him fully. But instead, you punt on the season. You punt on the development. You punt on the future because your coach panicked. Aaron Glenn simply panicked. We need to win now. Guys, understand this. The Jets have a 0.5% chance of making the playoffs. 0.5%. With Tyrod Taylor, you might as well just put 0 at that point. If you want to bench a quarterback, that is fine. But let me tell you the whole truth. This passing offense is ranked dead last. 32nd. Absolute bottom. The bottom of the barrel. And it's just not Justin Fields' fault. The offensive line is a disaster. The receivers can't separate. The scheme is predictable. The protection is non-existent. The play calling is stale. The confidence is flat out gone. Fields has produced only 500 yards in the past 5 starts. He ranks 30th out of 33 in total QBR. 30th. He only has 7 touchdown passes on the year. But Tyrod Taylor's going to fix that? Tyrod Taylor isn't fixing shit. Tyrod Taylor is not reinventing your offense. Tyrod Taylor is not your franchise quarterback. Tyrod Taylor is not the future in New York. The Jets are 2-8. They are headed toward a top 5 pick. It's simple as that. They are, and instead of evaluating Justin Fields, they're wasting time. This is why this organization stays bad. This is why this organization will forever be bad. Because they do not understand timing. They do not understand development. They do not understand direction. This move tells me one thing. The only thing that I need about the New York Jets. The Jets have no clue what they're doing. 0, none, nada. They have had quarterback instability for years. They went from Zach Wilson to Mike White to Joe Flacco to Aaron Rodgers, Justin Fields, now to Tyrod Taylor. Every year it's a new name, a new Band-Aid, a new false promise. And now, once again, they're creating chaos instead of building a foundation. If the goal is to get a quarterback in the draft, fine, say it. Admit it. Lean into it. But sitting Justin Fields helps no one. It doesn't help him. It doesn't help your evaluation. It doesn't help your coaching staff. It doesn't help your future. It doesn't help your locker room. It doesn't help the fans. It doesn't help the media. It helps nobody. The Jets keep stepping on rakes every year, every season, every quarterback. And at some point, you got to look in the mirror. And this organization has no direction, no stability, no plan. God, Tyrod Taylor will not save you, Jets fans. Tyrod Taylor is a professional. I get it. He is a leader. He is a mentor. He is a respected veteran. Air quotes there. But he is not your future. He is not your answer. He is a guy you cannot build around. He is not the quarterback who will change your franchise. He is 36. He will not be on the roster next season. He is a placeholder. He's a temporary warm body. He's a sign of desperation. The Jets made the move anyways because that's what they do. They chase a quick fix and ignore a long-term solution. Guys, the New York Jets are in total disarray. They benched Justin Fields at the worst possible moment for a quarterback who will not be on the roster next season. Instead of evaluating the player that you played to develop, aka Justin Fields. This organization keeps running in circles. This organization keeps making panic moves. This keeps making chaos, keeps stepping on their own feet. Justin Fields needed a chance. Still needs a chance. Tyrod Taylor's not the answer. And the Jets continue to prove why they stay at the bottom of the NFL year after year after year. But Man Hour Nation, let me ask you this. Let's soak it in and ask you guys this question. Do you guys think the Jets commit to evaluating Justin Fields, or is Tyrod Taylor the right call for this disaster of the season? Guys, subscribe, hit the like button. Remember, we are live Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. East Coast time right here at youtube.com/manhour. Now, this is a live interactive show, so comment down below. Let me scroll back up. Bruin Prods says, with a ton of rookies and injuries, meaning for the Jets, like the Jets don't have a ton of rookies. The Bruins Prods, I'm assuming you're a Pittsburgh, a Bruins Hockey's fan. So I'm sorry about your luck there for being a hockey fan. But if you flash back to beginning of this offseason, last season, the Jets had the roster. I'm using air quotes here, using it very, very loosely, about being a Super Bowl roster. They're just a quarterback away. They're just a coach away. Much like the Chicago Bears for many, many years. Oh, we're just a coach away. We're just a quarterback away. This is what the Jets have been for the last 2-3 years. They have a good roster. Yes, they are injured. They are a little injured, right? But the simple fact of the matter, the Jets are not very good. Mellow Mike is in the chat. What's up, Mellow Mike? He said let me go back up. You guys are popping the chat off. I like it. Said the Jets talent evaluation is Woody Johnson's son, who goes, I wish I could pause this chat for a little bit, who goes off Madden rankings. What do you expect? Even off of Madden rankings, I mean, Madden's pretty realistic. Let's just be honest. That's where I get all of my football knowledge is off of Madden. And if you don't get your football off of knowledge off of Madden, are you really living life right? Like, legitimately, are you really living life right? Madden is God, man. Joey says, must be tough being bad for 3 years, then being good again. Are you talking about the Patriots? Like, what is going on? Did I miss something? I don't know what you're talking about, Joey. Mellow Mike says, Fields is baked ass. He ain't even a stopgap guy. Mellow Mike, you haven't been on because you've been in hiding because your Texans are, what's what I'm looking for? Hot dog water. But my man Shay was a co-host last night because I had the little boys had basketball, so I was out doing the parenting thing here. But Shay said Justin Fields is a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. Obviously, he is wrong. Obviously, Justin Fields, even on Madden, would not be a top 10 quarterback. Even if you were playing on Madden on rookie road, Justin Fields won't even be cracking the top 12. However, Justin Fields does have potential. Justin Fields has an opportunity if somebody would just take a little bit of pause and just like develop him, coach him, give him a little bit of faith. Justin Fields could develop into a nice, solid quarterback, much like Geno Smith was with the Seattle Seahawks. Not top 10, not 30th either. Nice right there in the middle from about 15th to about 20th. Like, that's where Justin Fields could be. If a coach, a system, an organization would just spend a little bit of time with him, develop him, mold him into the quarterback that they want him to be, and then bada bing, bada boom, go to the moon. Then they can go to the moon. But the simple fact of the matter is they pull the plug way too early. Justin Fields was on life support. He was in a coma, starting to come out a little bit, starting to come out. Then it was just like, no, pull that plug. Sorry, man. Insurance dried up. Man. Bruins Prod says, once Drake May came along. What are you guys even talking about? I'm so confused. Oh, man, Ritter says he's still better than Geno Smith. Let's slow it down, baby. Geno Smith is pretty bad this season. Geno Smith is pretty bad this season. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. Joey says, you need to bring back Belichick. You guys must be talking shit about the Patriots. Talking shit about the Patriots. I like it. Patriots, we'll cover the Patriots a little bit. Yes, associate lead janitor at Gillette Stadium. Talking about the Patriots. Nah, brah. Old Member says, I want some mellow Mike is smoking. Mayo. No, you don't. You do not want that bleach. I'm just saying. Bruin says, I'm a diehard Patriots fan. Okay, man. Bruins Patriots, come back, or Bruins Prods, come back tomorrow. We're going to talk about the Patriots. Because I've been kind of dogging Drake May a little bit. Let's just be honest, the last couple weeks, I've been dogging your boy Drake May. I've been saying, oh, Drake May is not an MVP. Drake May is not a little bit of this. Drake May is not a little bit of that. But maybe I need to slow it down, baby. Maybe I need to reel it back a little bit. We'll talk about the Patriots and Drake May tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. Huge Pittsburgh guy. Huge Pittsburgh guy. How am I a Pittsburgh guy? Bruins are Boston Buck. My bad. I had Penguins on the mind. I am no hockey connoisseur by any stretch of the imagination. No hockey guy by any stretch of the imagination. I rooted a little bit for the Red Wings when I was like in the 90s when they were like dominant, winning like back-to-back Stanley Cups, just because I had a little box TV. I was sitting on the bed with the little rabbit ears, and NBC was the only chance I got. But yeah. Mellow Mike says, those were chants were the Buffalo fans from when Tyrod Taylor when he was a quarterback. Oh, man. Listen, Tyrod Taylor's uncle is the reason that he got that he was not a starter in like LA, right? Punctured his lung with like a needle. Scroll through the chat here. Chiefs and Texans have the same record for now. They're both 5-5. They're both average. CJ Stroud is washed. We'll talk about CJ Stroud here in a little bit. Shay's like, top 10, baby. No, he's not. Sit down and go to your room, Shay. Sit down and go to your room and know your role, jabroni. Know your role, jabroni. Mellow Mike says, field is all run. No pass. Garbage. And you see, that is where people tend to like give him bad judgment, right? Because if you really truly watch Justin Fields play football, he does throw a good ball. Now, the receivers are dog water on the Jets. When you see good receivers and then average receivers and then bad receivers, and then you got the New York Jets receivers. Like they're just hot dog water, 100%. Without old Garrett out there right now, he tore his ACL or whatever he did, they're really bad. They're bad. They're bad. Shay says, put that man in Seattle. Darnold is washed. Sam Darnold is still better than Justin Fields. Let's just be honest. Does he not who Drake May is? I know who Drake May is. An overrated, overhyped quarterback. That is for sure. Mellow Mike says, Buck, we will save you a spot on the couch where we can watch the teams that aren't the Chiefs or the Texans in the playoffs. I'm all for it, buddy. I'm all for it. James, my man Jim Powell says, so the summary is Fields needs to be like LeBron and go where other great athletes are to be good. Pretty much. As we all know that LeBron is the greatest basketball player of all time, Batman still needs Robin. Michael Jordan still needs Scottie Pippen. Tom Brady still needed Gronk, right? Tua still needs a Tyreek Hill, right? It just you always gotta have your Batman and your Robin. You always gotta have the Batman and Robin. Mellow Mike says he had DJ Moore and Keenan Allen in Chicago. Not an excuse. They also had Matt Eberflus as a coach, so you do have an excuse. 1942 says, as a Chicago fan, Fields is awful. He's always been just flashy when running it. You need to slow it down, baby. You need to slow it down. Justin Fields is here you guys are. I'm trying to dog the man, not really dog the man, but dog the Jets organization. I'm here trying to dog Shea for calling Justin Fields a top 10 quarterback, but then all you guys are taking sort of shots at him, pop, and I'm having to defend the man now. I don't want to do that. Listen, Justin Fields' biggest knock is that he's a one-read quarterback. That's what he was at Ohio State. That is what he was in the first year of Chicago. And that's what he's always been because he has never been properly coached. If the man was properly coached, just a little bit, put him down there in the Kansas City Chiefs system. I'm not saying he would be Patrick Mahomes-esque, but he'd be pretty damn good. He might then, Shay, be a top 10 quarterback with the Andy Reid system. Patrick Mahomes is a product of the system. As you guys know, I'm a Chiefs fan. There it is, right? Chiefs fan through and through. Patrick Mahomes is a product of the system. You put Justin Fields in, and there, he's a pretty damn quarterback. I'm just saying. Tua needs a grilled cheese. You know who doesn't need a grilled cheese? Freaking Deebo Samuel. That boy is thick. How is Deebo Samuel just look like a freaking brick? Like literally just like a brick, perfectly square, boom, 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 but still run like a 4.4. Like how is that possible? This man's got bigger boobs than most of the girls out there, and yet he's so pop. Jeez, that man's just balling out. That man is balling out. But you know who else is balling out? The Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers have been balling out all season long. My AFC Super Bowl pick. But boy, oh boy, did they get a huge sigh of relief in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh Steelers fans, Steelers Nation, here we go. Takes a big sigh of relief because Aaron Rodgers will not need surgery on his left wrist. Let me say that again for the people in the back. Aaron Rodgers, the 41-year-old savior in Pittsburgh, will not need surgery. And that right there keeps the Steelers' Super Bowl hopes alive. That right there keeps the Pittsburgh Steelers atop of the AFC. That right there makes the Pittsburgh Steelers Super Bowl bound, baby. But let's call it what it is. Let's call it like it is, because the Pittsburgh Steelers without Aaron Rodgers is a last place football team. I love that defense. The $25 million defense over anybody else in the NFL, but they're not dominant right now. They're just slightly above average. This is not the steel curtain. It's a good defense that becomes great when the offense is capable of putting up pressure on the opponents. And without Aaron Rodgers, this offense is suspect at best. The running game is inconsistent. The passing game becomes predictable, and the threat level instantly drops from Super Bowl contender to bottom feeder. So this news out of Pittsburgh today, guys, is massive. Mike Tomlin has confirmed that Aaron Rodgers will not practice on Wednesday, will not practice on Thursday, and Friday will begin his evaluation day. They have to stabilize the wrist, brace it, and make sure Aaron Rodgers can actually function. Pain is not the issue because Aaron Rodgers is the man's man. Functionality is not the issue because Aaron Rodgers is the man's man. The man plays football like football is oxygen. He does not want to miss any time. He wanted to go back in the game on Sunday after the injury, but doctor basically set him down and said, no, bad boy, sit your ass down. And let me tell you why this is so important. Guys, the Baltimore Ravens, they're one of the hottest teams in the NFL. Not only in the AFC, but in the NFL. They are now only one game behind the Pittsburgh Steelers for first place in the AFC North. You blink once, you sleep once, you lose Aaron Rodgers for 2 weeks, and suddenly the Baltimore sitting on top of the division laughing at you from above. And if the Steelers have to go with Mason Rudolph or rookie Will Howard for more than 1 week, they can kiss that division goodbye. Guys, Pittsburgh Steelers need Aaron Rodgers at 100%, not 70%, not 50%. Not taped together like a science project. Pittsburgh Steelers needs that MVP level version of Aaron Rodgers to finish the season out because the AFC North is becoming a bloodbath this season. It's becoming a 2-horse race, Ravens and Steelers. Because when you look at the schedule, look at the way the Baltimore Ravens are surging. Look at how quickly the playoff position can evaporate in this conference. The Steelers cannot afford to drop 1 or 2 games simply because the offense cannot move the ball without Aaron Rodgers. Now, Mason Rudolph was solid in stepping in, 12 of 16, 127 yards. He did his job. But that is not going to win you a division and get the Ravens. That is not going to get you a playoff game. That's not going to leave you to the Super Bowl because Mason Rudolph's trash. When we talk about bad players, the Mason Rudolph is it. This is not going to get you past the Chiefs. It's not going to get you past the Texans, even the Dolphins, even the Bills, anyone in the clutch of the AFC contender. Mason Rudolph might be good enough to survive a week, but Aaron Rodgers is the only one good enough to get you into February. Let me remind you how good Aaron Rodgers has been for this team. The calm, the leadership, the control at the line of scrimmage, the pre-snap adjustments, the ability to manipulate defenses with his eyes, that is not coachable, that is not teachable, that is greatness. And the greatness that only one reason that Pittsburgh has legitimate shot at making this deep playoff run. The greatness of Aaron Rodgers, the GOAT, Aaron Rodgers. Guys, the Steelers are a Super Bowl team with Aaron Rodgers. Without him, they're a 5-win team praying for draft picks. So no surgery, no season-ending setbacks, just the stability, evaluation, a chance to play on Sunday against the Bears. And you know that Aaron Rodgers does own the Bears. 24 wins in his career against the Chicago Bears. That's not about the opponent. Just like Mike Thomas said, Rodgers wants to play simply because he loves football. So now comes the functionality. Can he protect himself? Can he brace? Can he absorb contact like he has to? Can he make the throws without compromising the wrist? Friday will tell the story. But guys, let me ask you this question. Will Aaron Rodgers play this Sunday? And do the Steelers win the AFC North if he misses a game? Let me know in the comments down below. Guys, remember, subscribe, hit the like button. Remember, we're live Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. East Coast time right here at youtube.com. This is a live interactive show, so comment down below. Let's get into the comments. Scroll back up. Bruin says, you're only saying that because the Patriots Drake May is overrated because you're sick of him winning. We're going to talk about Drake May tomorrow. We are definitely going to Drake May tomorrow. Mellow Mike says, we need an ice bath. This man's fever has spiked. Man, I'm fine. I'm fine. Oh, 1942. Oh, says, nah, man, slow it down. Maybe the Bears are going to get him next week. Week 12, the Chicago Bears, Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Bears whoop that ass. Now, 1942. Oh, I do have the Bears as a number 9th ranked team in my NFL power rankings this week. I do have the Chicago Bears surging this week. I do have the Chicago Bears reaching for the moon, baby. But on this Overreaction Tuesday, we're going to overreact to a little bit to the Chicago Bears. So stay tuned for that. But we need to slow down with the Bears. We need to slow it down, baby. In 1942, says the Steelers are not making the playoffs. Says Bucky to slow down. The Steelers are not making the playoffs. Ho, baby, hold my beer. With Aaron Rodgers at the helm, with Aaron Rodgers being 100%, not only will the Pittsburgh Steelers make the playoffs, not only will the Pittsburgh Steelers win a wild card game, not only will the Pittsburgh Steelers win a divisional game, not only will the Pittsburgh Steelers win a conference championship game, they go into the Super Bowl, baby. So, 1942, you can say the Pittsburgh Steelers are not making the playoffs, but put a little caveat on that. Put a little asterisk by it, like Barry's Bond home run record. Simple fact of the matter is the Pittsburgh Steelers aren't making the playoffs with the healthy Aaron Rodgers. Now, if Aaron Rodgers is not on the field, it's a totally different story, baby. As I do love my man, Will Howard, from the Kansas State University. He's not no Ohio State Buckeye. From the Kansas State University, put some respect on Wildcats. Will Howard is just not there yet. Next year, okay. We going to the moon, baby. We going to the moon. We going to the moon. Going to the moon. Bruins Pod says the whole Steelers team is washed and overrated. Ooh, baby. Somebody better check that temperature. Getting hot in here. Maybe next year since 1957, guys, over here at manhourradio.com. Detroit Lions. You know what it is. As the Pittsburgh Steelers are definitely overpaid on the defense side of the ball and kind of underperforming. When the Pittsburgh Steelers start playing dominant defense, once TJ Watt starts dominating yet again, once the rest of that defensive core starts dominating yet again, once Ramsey comes back and starts punching bitches in the mouth yet again, ooh, the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to the moon. They're not washed. They're not overrated. They just been hibernating. And winter is coming to a close. It's about to be spring, and they going to the moon, baby. Ooh, are they getting hungry? So when the Bears come into town, all right, they go into Chicago. When they go into Chicago next week, they're going to wax that ass, baby. They're going to wax it. Jim says, I love how Rodgers just stands there and watches the plays from now instead of moving at all. Yeah, I believe it started, what was it, in London, right? With the whole tush push thing, the hands on the hips. I'm not getting that mix. I think that's Aaron Rodgers' way of saying the tush push sucks without saying that, like, the tush push sucks. But, you know, that's just Aaron Rodgers being Aaron Rodgers, right? That's just him being him. Miles G is in the chat. He says, even with Aaron Rodgers, this is not a playoff team, let alone a Super Bowl team. Well, Miles, when we look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, let's look up the remaining schedule. Because I did not write down the remaining schedule like a doof. And my Kentucky Wildcats are getting their ass whooped by Michigan State right now. Good Lord. I should not have looked that up. Who am I looking at? Pittsburgh Steelers. So obviously they're sitting at 6-4 right now. Looking at their schedule, so I'm thinking in the AFC, a 10 wins is going to assure you a wild card spot. Okay. 10 wins will obviously win the division, but let's say the Ravens win out and the Steelers only get 10 wins, only win 4 more games of the season, and somehow they become the wild card team. I think 10 wins is that magic number in the AFC. So they play the Chicago Bears. That's a toss-up game, a little bit toss-up. We will give the Chicago Bears that win, but then they play the Buffalo Bills. Sorry, Alpha Rob. Sorry, Buffalo Bills fan, but the Bills are just not them this season, especially on the road. All right. For some reason, Spotify pulled up, Siri pulled up Chicago Bears stuff. So, but let's just say they lose to Buffalo Bills at home. They're beating the Ravens at Baltimore. They're beating the Dolphins. They're beating the trash-ass Lions team. They're beating the Browns, and they're beating the Ravens again. That's 5 wins. Hell, even 4 wins will get you in the playoffs. That is a playoff team. All they got to do is beat the games that they're supposed to win. They're supposed to beat the Bears. They're supposed to beat the Dolphins. They're supposed to beat the Browns. And they're supposed to beat the Ravens once. That's 4 wins. That's 10 that gets you into the playoffs. And everybody knows that once you get in the playoffs, any given Sunday or Saturday or Monday, whatever day you particularly play, it is, do not let the Pittsburgh Steelers in. That's all I'm saying. Aaron Rodgers is hungry. Now, I'm going to pat my man Shea on the back a little bit. He said the Green Bay Packers are a Super Bowl team. And, as they have the opportunity to make the Super Bowl, I think if they win a wild card game, they will probably project themselves into the Super Bowl because momentum, the big MO is key, right? If you're all about the scripts and storybook writings and all that happy endings, right? Passing of the torch. How awesome would it be Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers facing the Green Bay Packers in the Super Bowl, Aaron Rodgers winning the ship and then riding off to the end to the sunset, beating his former team. You can't make that stuff up. Just can't make that stuff up. Jim Powell says this just in. Mike Tomlin has another winning season and loses in the first round of the playoffs. Not wrong. Not wrong. That is Mike Tomlin's MO. That is what he does. Just like black guy from Cincinnati. What's his name? From Chad Johnson era and what is his name? Carson, whatever. Man, what was his name? Help me out. Bengals coach from the early 2000s, black guy. His name slipped in my mind. Marvin Lewis, right? Marvin Lewis S. Melvin Mike says the Pittsburgh led a 5-5 Ravens team get back into the playoff picture. AFC North is the worst division in football. Division winner will bump a team better off in the playoff record. And that's just the way it is. But they're going to win the Super Bowl. Bruin says, get a load of this guy. He's saying Aaron Rodgers is better than Drake May. Listen, Bruins prods. Not only am I saying Aaron Rodgers is better than Drake May, Aaron Rodgers is better than Joe Montana. Aaron Rodgers is better than Troy Aikman. Aaron Rodgers is better than Tom Brady. Aaron Rodgers is better than Patrick Mahomes. Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback of all time. Aaron Rodgers is not getting put in that conversation enough. When you think of the GOATs, yeah, you can say Tom Brady, Joe Montana. Maybe you throw Dan Marino in there. Aaron Rodgers does not get enough love. Prime Aaron Rodgers was the best quarterback of all time, hands down. His arm strength, his IQ, the way he commanded the field, bar none, Aaron Rodgers was the man, the myth, the legend. And he says Aaron Rodgers isn't a franchise quarterback. He was a franchise quarterback for what? 18 years in Green Bay. He was a franchise quarterback. Now, obviously, he's not the Pittsburgh Steelers franchise quarterback, but you know what? You know who is? Will Howard. And you know who is behind Aaron Rodgers right now? Will Howard. You know who has the same arm strength as Aaron Rodgers, prime Aaron Rodgers did? Will Howard. Now, Will Howard has a little bit of growth to do, a little bit of command of the huddle, the football IQ, the voice inflections. Give him a little bit of time. Will Howard's going to be the franchise quarterback for Pittsburgh, right? My man John's in the chat. What's up? Good man, our nation. Welcome back, Buck. Listen, I've been here, baby. Where have you been, John? I take one day off to go do basketball with the boys. When I say boys, like my 7 and 5-year-old. It's basketball season, man. We spend way too much time at the freaking basketball court. For a 7-year-old on an AAU team, He spends way too much time at the basketball court. I'm just going to say that. Bruin says, yes, the Bills are overrated. Definitely overhyped. The Buffalo Bills definitely need to get punched in the mouth over and over and over this season. However, it's making them pretty hungry in the postseason. So don't be shocked if a nice little playoff run happens for them. Jim says, of course, Rodgers is hungry. He's got the munchies. Does that, what's it called? Osawa or whatever the hell. Does that give you the monkeys? Like, I've never done drugs before, Jim. Like, I've never done drugs. I've never thought about doing drugs. I've never wished to do drugs. And, like, I don't know. Does it give you the munchies? You let me know. John says, kind of like saying the Broncos are Super Bowl team. The Broncos are a very, very good team, John. Now, I do not want to give the Broncos any credit. I do not want to go out there and say the Broncos are the mem. The Broncos are bah, 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 bah. Like, I don't want to say that because obviously I'm a Chiefs fan. But let me take a little playbook out of Shea. I know ball. I see ball. I respect ball, right? And right now, I see the Denver Broncos have a top 5 defense in the NFL. I see they have a top 5 special teams unit in the NFL. And John, rest of Man Hour Nation, everybody that's watching today, you guys know damn well defense wins championships. Kansas City Chiefs went to the Super Bowl last year because of their defense. They won 2 Super Bowls in a row because of their defense. Now, the Denver Broncos offense is a little bit suspect. A little bit shaky, baby. A little bit shaky. Simple fact of the matter is, if you score more points than the other opponents and the other opponents are getting shut out each and every game, you're going to win that game. That's just the way it is. That is just the way it is. And oh, man, Rivers a pigskin punny, guys.
Pigskin pun. Get you some.
He says, negative, Ghost Rider. Rodgers doesn't see playoffs forcing him to play another year. Guys, somebody clip this. November 18th, 7:41 p.m. East Coast time. Not only is Buck going to be right about the Pittsburgh Steelers going to the playoffs. That's a wild card team. I'm just going to throw it out there. They will play week 1. They're not going to be first overall seed by any stretch of the imagination. They're probably going to end up playing on the road as well. The Ravens are hot. The Ravens are coming. But they're going to win a wild card game. They're going to win a divisional game. And they're most certainly going to go to the AFC Championship game. They going. Bruins Prod says Aaron Rodgers wish he could do things Tom Brady did. Tom Brady played with a horrible team and dominating with the bad teams as a rookie. The prime doesn't matter. It's about the career play. And first things first, Bruins Prod. Obviously, you are a Patriots guy. You and Joey were arguing earlier in the chat. Obviously, you are a Patriots guy. I get it. I love it. And I respect it. However, Tom Brady's rookie year, when he came in for an injured Drew Bledsoe, they were a pretty good team. Some say they were a dominant team. They would have won a Super Bowl with or without Tom Brady in the first 4 or 5 years. Simple fact of the matter is Tom Brady was carried his whole NFL career. The one time Tom Brady had to do extraordinary things, put on a Superman cape, had the great offense with Rady Moss and Edelman and those boys, right? Like I think they had Gronk and Hernandez too, right? They went 17-0, averaging like 30, 40 points a game. They were high flying. But they didn't win the Super Bowl. They did not win the Super Bowl. Tom Brady was carried his whole entire career. If Aaron Rodgers was on the Patriots, he would have 10 rings, 11 rings. If any other quarterback was on that team besides Tom Brady, they would have a hell of a lot more rings. Tom Brady was a game manager at best. Tom Brady was just there just to shoot the shit. Tom Brady was not the man, the myth, the legend. He was very, very good. Do not get it twisted. He worked his ass off. He paid a lot of money to reshape his jawline and suck the fat off his face, right? He did a lot of money for that. But the simple fact of the matter is he was carried. He was a game manager at best. So stop it. And Bruno says you can say the same about Aaron Rodgers. He had a good team also. He also had a pretty bad head coach in Mike McCarthy. To be fair, Bill Belichick is arguably one of the best coaches of all time. The best X's and O's, game scheming, that type of thing, right? West Philly Black is in the chat. He says, "What's up, man?" Said the Chiefs' reign is over. Their championship window is now closed. They have to rebuild now. Every great dynasty goes through a retooling phase. The Cowboys did it. The 49ers did it. The Packers did it, right? The Patriots even had to do it. The year that Tom Brady ultimately did go down, they were going to be an average team anyways, right? Let's just call it what it is. But every year, not every year, every dynasty goes through a rebuild, retool process. And it's just what the Kansas City Chiefs have to go through. They're tired. They have played nearly a full season more football than anybody else in the NFL the last 4 years, 5 years. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Oh, man, remember?
Pigskin pun. Get you some.
Says Aaron Rodgers is a decent quarterback, but he's a head case. Aren't all great athletes head cases? Terrell Owens, Michael Irvin, Ray Lewis, and they're all head cases. Hopeless in the chat says, dude, football is not real. Keep betting and losing your money. I've won a lot of money this season, actually. I'm actually up a couple $100. I mean, I don't bet a lot of money. I bet $5 here, $10 here. My wife gets mad at me when I do that, but you know what? It is what it is. But guys, Jamar Chase and Jalen Ramsey. Jamar Chase and Jalen Ramsey. Man, our nation, buckle up because we're diving into one of the most disgusting, most disrespectful, flat out embarrassing stories in the entire NFL season. And I'm not going to sugarcoat a thing here because I honestly, it pisses me off. It upsets me. It irritates me. Just Jamar Chase spit on Jalen Ramsey. Let me say that again so it sits on your soul. He spit on another player. What is wrong with people? Spitting is one of the most disrespectful, one of the most, it's just gross. It's filthy. It crosses the line. It's not sportsmanship. And honestly, it acts like an act like this should never happen in any level of football. High school, college, NFL, backyard. It doesn't matter. You don't spit on somebody. Walking down the street, you don't spit on somebody. And yet here we are. The Cincinnati Bengals are falling apart. They lost 7 of their last 8 games, and now their star wide receiver, their team captain, a guy who is hyped and who has had hyped up as their mature faces of franchise, gets suspended for 1 game without pay for spitting on Jalen Ramsey. And I want to talk about this because for years people have hated Jalen Ramsey as a villain, as a thug, as a hothead, a guy who cannot control his temper. And Jamar Chase, oh, he's just a golden boy, a little church boy, the cleanest superstar with no attitude problems. And guess what? All of that flipped this weekend. The NFL reviewed the tape. The NFL saw what happened. Jamar Chase spit. Jalen Ramsey reacted. Ramsey threw a punch and got ejected. But make this clear. Everybody wants to talk about Jalen Ramsey losing control. But Jamar Chase is the one who crossed the line. Ramsey even said it himself. You can trash talk. You can shout. You can shove. You can chirp all day long. He loves that part of the game. But when you spit on him, nah, man, that is different. And he had every right to lose cool this time. Ramsey said he did not care about football in the moment. He said spitting could not be tolerated. And he is right. You cannot let a player get away with something like that. And maybe now people will start looking at Jalen Ramsey in a new light. Maybe he's not always the bad guy. Maybe he's not the immature one. Maybe he's been reacting to things people have never seen. Spitting is crossing the line. And let me tell you how things will get wild. Jamar Chase finished the game. He denied it. He said he never opened his mouth. He said he did not spit on Jalen Ramsey. The league looked at the footage, and yes, you did. You opened your mouth, you hocked a loogie right on his chest. They suspended him, and it will cost him nearly $500,000 in his paycheck and bonuses. $500,000 because he did not control himself. Guys, the Bengals are simply crumbling. They are 3-7. They are fighting on the field. Their stars spitting on the opponent. Their backup quarterback is starting, and their season is dead. And this is what a team looks like when frustrated turns into chaos. You start spitting on people. Now, you know what is sad? Jamar Chase was voted by a team captain this season. He was supposed to be the leader. He was supposed to be the team that sets the example for young players. Zach Taylor defended him today and said Case it is not divided by one mistake. Fine, true. People make mistakes. But this is a big mistake. And this is one of those sticks that for a player for a very, very long time. But Man Hour Nation, let me ask you guys this question. Do you guys think Jamar Chase deserves 1 game suspension or more game suspension for basically flat out lying to us? Guys, let me know in the comments. Subscribe, hit the like button. Remember, we're live Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. East Coast time. Sorry, 7 p.m. East Coast time right here at youtube.com/Man Hour. This is a live interactive show. Guys, so comment down below. Jim Powell says Dick Buckus spit so much all the centers though, like it was raining all the time. Get out of here with that, Jim. I mean, there has been some spitters out there, right? Bill Romanowski was a spitter. We saw Jalen Carter was a spitter, right? It's just gross. That doesn't belong in the game. And Old Man says 1 game is sufficient. No, man. Suspend him for the rest of the season. Jalen Carter should have been suspended for the rest of the. So Jalen Carter, not even a snap of football had been played, right? Had even been played. Spit on Dak. Point of emphasis: this offseason was sportsmanship. Suspend him for the rest of the season. Make an example. Jamar Chase, suspend him for the rest of the season. Set an example. Set an example. Jalen only got 1 game. He did, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous, guys. But it is time to have some fun. It is time for a little thing we have to call Panic, or actually, it's called Overreaction Tuesday. Overreaction Tuesday.
It's Tuesday morning, the coffee's hot. Hot takes flying like a last-minute shot. They say he's washed, they say he's gold. Every week's a legend or a story untold. He's the GOAT, no, he's a fraud. A single play, they applaud or applaud. Overreaction Tuesday. Big swing, small plays. One snap changes fate. Overreaction Tuesday. The crowd or the gate, no middle, just debate. The rookies that came, if that's a bust. Last week's Sagan left in the dust. Whispers grow into roars. One touchdown's a headline war. Every fumble's a fall from grace. Every win's a godly embrace. Hot air fueling the fire. Truth's a casualty for desire. Overreaction Tuesday. Big swing, small plays. One snap changes fate. Overreaction Tuesday. The crown or the gate, no middle, just debate.
Alrighty, guys, so it is time for Overreaction Tuesday. Those who have not seen this segment before, let me break it down for you. Here's the deal. We're going through some hot takes and bold statements and intense reactions to something that's going on in the NFL world. And it's up for us to decide if it's an overreaction or if it's actually spot on. So if you guys think it's an overreaction, we're going to call it out. We're saying, whoa, slow it down, baby. That's a little bit too much, but time to dial it back. We need to see what the thing's a bit more perspective. But if you think it's actually legit, you think it's spot on, we're going to agree, we're going to roll, we're going to say, you know what? That is not overreaction. I think there's reality, and here's why. So, guys, we're going to throw out some bold takes and see what we're jumping on the gun. The hype is real. So let's dive into it, to a little thing we have to call Overreaction Tuesday. All right, guys, so this is Overreaction Tuesday, and this is the night of the week where we get hot. The fan bases get loud, and the truth gets revealed. Guys, tonight's topic is a big one. It's a bold one. It's a loud one. And the take the NFL English is going to counter over the internet. People are saying the Los Angeles Rams are just not a good team, but they're a great team. Matter of fact, they're the best team in the NFL. So, guys, this question is simple. Is calling the LA Rams the best team in football an overreaction? Guys, there was no shortage of excitement heading into Sunday's matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. Both teams came in at 7-2 records. Both teams were balanced. Both teams had legit playoff expectations. Matter of fact, both teams have legit Super Bowl expectations. And the Rams, credit, they walked out with the 21-19 win. A win over a strong division rival. A win over a team who believed in second best in the NFC. A win that had the entire NFL media machine buzzing. And I get it. The Rams looked dominant in stretches. Their defense looked suffocating. Their front seven took over. Their offense showed flashes, and when people were saying anything that looked like a championship team, this hype starts rolling downhill really, really fast. But the hype is not the whole story. Guys, that dominant, that wasn't complete. Let's talk about the actual game. Seattle Seahawks quarterback Sam Darnold threw for 4 interceptions. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 interceptions. 4 extra possessions, 4 chances to bury the Seahawks, 4 opportunities to end the game early and send the message to the entire NFL. But you know what the Rams did? They scored 21 points. 21 points is 3 touchdowns. 1, 2, 3. A team with the number 6 scoring offense, a team with the MVP level quarterback in Matthew Stafford, a team with all the weapons all over the field. That output is not what you expect from the best team in football. Stafford only threw for 130 yards. Yes, he threw for 2 touchdowns. He played clean, but he did not take over the game the way he has in recent weeks. This is what makes the Rams fascinating. They can beat you with Stafford. They can beat you with Kyron Williams. They can beat you with a nasty defense. They can beat you in multiple ways. But on Sunday, the offense failed to capitalize on a golden opportunity. Guys, here's the truth. The Rams had the number 6 scoring offense in the NFL. They have the number 2 scoring defense. They have a quarterback with 27 touchdowns, passes, only 2 interceptions this season. They have a Super Bowl coach. They have star power everywhere. They're absolutely one of the best teams in the NFL, and they were my NFC Super Bowl pick earlier this season. They have everything you want in a contender: balance, coaching, talent, experience, and now momentum. But there's a difference between being great and being the best, and that leads us to the real point. So, guys, the question is simple. Is it an overreaction to call the LA Rams the best team in the NFL? Guys, they are good. They are great. They are absolutely a Super Bowl contender. But until you capitalize on a 4-turnover day, until your offense shows up when the defense hands you the momentum, until you dominate the teams that you should dominate, you cannot be crowned number 1. The Rams are close. They're very, very close. But they're not the best. Not today, because the answer is the Philadelphia Eagles are the best team in the NFL. But Man Hour Nation, are the Rams knocking on that number 1 spot, or do they still need one more statement win to earn it? Guys, drop your thoughts in the comments down below. I want to hear you, Rams Nation, Rams House. Are they the best team, or do they still need a little bit of work, baby? Subscribe, hit the like button, guys. Remember, we're live Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. East Coast time right here at youtube.com/Man Hour. Now, this is a live interactive show, so jump in the comments and share your thoughts down below. Let's get into Miss Comments and discuss your takes. John says, where did you get that song from? It's perfect. I wrote it, and then my dad wrote it, and then my dad sung it and did all the music and stuff. Me and the boys actually filmed. So me and the boys are... we are very, very raw. Like when I say boys, like my kids. We are starting to get into this video editing stuff. And me and River, my 7-year-old, we are making some videos for Overreaction for that song, the Fact and Crap. So like all the segments that we do, like we have songs wrote and produced. Now we're making music videos with those. So we will see how those turn out. It's supposed to be fun, right? It's supposed to be fun, so we'll see how that is. John says the Rams are a good team. So overreaction. So John said you need to slow it down, baby. You need to slow it down, baby. Bruins Prod said Eagles aren't number 1 in this league. They are, though. Go over to facebook.com/Man Hour NFL Talk. And who do you see at number 1? you are going to see the Philadelphia Eagles. And then at number 2, you're going to see the Denver Broncos. And at number 3, you're going to see the New England Patriots. And then number 4, you're going to see the LA Rams. They're a good team. They're a top 5 team. They are still my Super Bowl favorites for the NFC. But they're not great. Not quite yet. Old Man Ritter says, overreaction. There are at least 5 better teams. I count 3 as of right now. Eagles, Patriots, and Broncos. Who are your other 2? Raiders and Cowboys? So I am not able to pull up the YouTube Shorts comments right now, guys, for some reason, but I see it. Nicholas says, go Birds. 007 says, Eagles repeat inevitable. Nicholas also says, get the F out of here. JC just spit at first. That's why he was in one game. No, get out of here. He's cheating. Bruins Paul says, hell no. Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley are sitting in the bleachers. In the Super Bowl? They are. Because the Rams are going to the Super Bowl representing the NFC. Because as you see here, maybe next year for the Detroit Lions since 1957. That's just what it is. Philly and Detroit. That still puts them only 4 better teams. And I don't see how the Lions are better. I'm just going to put that out there. Lions are a very, very highly overrated team. Speaking of overrated, it is Overreaction Tuesday, guys. The night where we take the hottest takes in the week and decide if they deserve respect or they deserve to be start right into the trash. Guys, tonight's topic, tonight's question is with one that Bears fans have been yelling about, begging for, and demanding for the last few weeks right here on Man Hour Nation. So, guys, the question is simple. Is it an overreaction to say the Chicago Bears deserve more credit for what they have done this season? Guys, let's get into this. Because the record looks pretty. The Bears are sitting at 7-3. They're first place in the NFC North. They have won 3 straight games. Matter of fact, they won 7 of their last 8. On paper, that sounds incredible. On paper, that sounds like progress. On paper, that sounds like a team deserving a national love, baby. But we do not evaluate a team on paper. We evaluate team based on who they've beaten, how they've beaten them. And when you dig into the part of the story, this is where it gets a whole hell of a lot impressive. When you look at the schedule for the Chicago Bears the last 8 weeks, guys, it's been a pancake buffet. Let's go through their winning streak and be completely honest about what we're seeing. They beat the Minnesota Vikings. Hot dog water. Seriously, trashed. Terrible, overrated, overhyped. The Vikings suck. The Giants. One of the worst franchises in the entire NFL. Don't know what to do with our hands. We're going to fire our coach midseason because we think we can make the playoffs. Like, what? Stop it. Bengals. Just not very good. They suck right now. Matter of fact, they will suck for the next 5, 10, 15 years. Let's be honest. The Saints, their first overall pick for a reason. The Commanders, the most overrated team in the NFL. And they only beat them by 1 point. And then you got the Las Vegas Raiders. Ooh, the Las Vegas Raiders. Super Bowl bound. Slow down, baby. They beat them by one point. Guys, and here's the kicker. The Bears have not beaten a single team with a winning record this season. Not one. Every one of their 7 wins this season have been to come against losing teams. The entire run is built on NFC leftovers. It's built on backup quarterbacks, coaching disasters, and teams that can't stay out of their own way. You cannot say a team deserves more credit when they have not passed a single real test. Guys, the stats look nice. The record looks nice. The Chicago Bears potentially look nice. But it's fool's gold. It's Fugazi. It's shut the hell up, baby. The Bears lead the league in turnover margin, plus 16. They have forced 22 turnovers. Caleb Williams has protected the football. The defense has created chaos. They win close games. They play smart. They play tough. All that is solid. All that is respectable. All that is why they're 7-3. But let's stop pretending this is some hidden juggernaut. This team is winning ugly against even uglier teams. This is not a team who you trust in December. This is not a team you trust to take down the Rams, Eagles, Lions, Seahawks, or hell, even the Kansas City Chiefs. Any legitimate playoff heavyweight. We know the truth. We have always known the truth. Here at Man Hour, we have the Man Hour Bible. And what does it say in chapter 3, verse 6, section 2? thou shalt not trust the Chicago Bears until December. And guess what? It's not December. Guys, the Bears are a fun story. They were trashed last year. They have a new coaching staff. They have a second-year quarterback. Cool turnaround. And they have a cool turnover stat. But none of that means they're elite. None of that means they deserve flowers. None of that means the rest of the league should fear them. Until they beat some with the pulse, this hype is with empty calories. So yes, guys, it is an absolute overreaction to say the Chicago Bears deserve more credit. They have played good football. Some would even say great football. Beastie Combs. But it comes against the softest stretch in the entire NFL. The Vikings, the Raiders, the Saints. Like, come on. They have not beaten a winning team. They have escaped by 1 point twice. They have built a record on roster that belongs in the basement. Now, I will give them credit for improving, sure. But more credit, national hype, top tier respect, not yet, baby. Not now, and definitely not before December. So, Man Hour Nation, let me ask you this question. Are the Chicago Bears real contenders, or are they the product of the easiest schedule in the league? Guys, drop your thoughts in the comments down below, and let me know if you trust in Chicago. Subscribe, hit the like button. Guys, remember, we're live Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. East Coast time right here at youtube.com/Man Hour. Now, this is a live and after show, so jump into the comments and share your thoughts. Let me get into your comments and discuss your thoughts. Bruins process. How are the Buccaneers 6-4? Injuries. And oh, by the way, some injuries as well. When we come with the fact and crap and we talk about the Chargers, the Buccaneers and the Chargers are CCs of each other. Course copies of each other. No depth. John says, I've been saying that since their offseason about the Commanders, most overrated. John, me and you are the same wavelength, baby. Now, yes, the Lions did get punched in the Commanders last season. The Commanders had everything clicking. Everything was going smooth, baby. No bumps in the road. Fresh new blacktop. Going 85 down nice Montana road. No cop in sight. Bada bing, bada boom. This year, oh, shit. We get into Idaho. Potholes. Man-sized potholes. Ba-boom. You don't know what to do with their hands anymore. Let me slow down about 20. Let me serve around these potholes. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. The Vikings and the Commanders both highly overachieved last season and is highly affecting them this season. That's just the way it is. That is just the way it is. John says they win one more game, and that's maybe one of the Green Bay games. And you know what, John? You are exactly right. Because when you look at the Chicago Bears schedule, their first half was pretty damn easy. But now they got the Steelers, they got the Eagles, Packers. I mean, you can potentially beat the Browns at home. You should beat the Browns. Packers, 49ers, and Lions. And to be fair, if they lose to the Steelers, if they lose to the Eagles, if they lose to the Packers, they're probably going to lose to the Browns as Browns as well. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 game losing streak to end the season. 7 game losing streak to end the season, and oh, by the way, that makes them 7-8. And oh, by the way, they're another losing team. Oh, by the way, all the Chicago Bears hype is all down the drain yet again. And they're going to have to call my man Beastie Combs, bring him off of the ledge, like, slow down, baby. It's okay, dog. It is okay. But we'll see. Bruin says, why do you think quarterback will arrive and become Tom Brady? When do you think a quarterback will arrive and become Tom Brady? To be fair, as much as I dogged Tom Brady, being a game manager, whatever, yada, yada, he was a product of the system. He was a game manager, fell in a perfect opportunity, much like Patrick Mahomes did, much like Lamar Jackson, much like Brock Purdy, Josh Allen. Truth be told, if there's anybody recently that's going to potentially be a Tom Brady, like a late round draft pick, doing a little bit of this, doing a little bit of that, little bit of that. The answer is probably Arch Manning. I mean, obviously we don't know what Arch Manning is going to do in the NFL, but I think he's going to be a mid round draft pick, 4, 5, 6. He is going to go to a team that's decently rostered, potentially the Miami Dolphins, potentially a team like the Jaguars or Seahawks. It's, it is going to be a decently roster team, and he will have the best shot of becoming Tom Brady. I mean, like 7 championships in like 20 years or whatever it is, right? It just, I don't know. It is what it is. But if it was to be anyone in the entire NFL that's not named Patrick Mahomes, that's going to kind of like a sleeper wild card, I might be a little biased, but it's going to be my man Will Howard. I think Will Howard has the most to like prove, and the Steelers are not a terrible roster. Old Man says they have a cupcake schedule. They had a cupcake schedule. They had a cupcake schedule, and truth be told, it is what it is. It is what it is. And how about the Panthers? I don't trust the Panthers. I do not trust the Carolina Panthers as of yet. What they're sitting at 5 wins or 6 wins right now. I think if I don't have my schedule up here for some reason, but I think they are tied with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Actually, a game behind the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the NFC South. Or half a game, I should say, because the Buccaneers own the tiebreaker, if I'm not mistaken. I think the Panthers are a team that has benefited from being bad for so long that they get overlooked. They play the 49ers again on Monday night, or they play the 49ers on Monday night, and then they got the Rams, and they got the Buccaneers, Seahawks, and Buccaneers to end the season. This is another team that may not win another game for the rest of the season. Much like the Bears, they've kind of benefited of a easier schedule. I mean, it hasn't been a cakewalk by any stretch of the imagination, but they've been a little easier. But this is another team that may not win another game for the rest of the flat-out season. But guys, that's going to be it for tonight. We're at the hour time limit. We're getting the red flag for the radio station. But let me end you out, guys, with a little bit of something, right? A little bit of something. That's not what we want. That's not what we want. That's not what we want either. Find some good music, but there we go. That'll be okay. That'll be okay, guys. We're going to save a little bit of Factor Crap for tomorrow. The rest of the Overreaction Tuesday, we're doing a little bit on the Wednesday. But guys, let's wrap up the show. Hope you guys had a great time. Thank you for everybody for tuning in. But before we head out, guys, let me wrap things up. Let me leave you with something real and simple. Something that the world seems to forget every 5 minutes. Everybody love everybody. I'm serious, guys. We get caught up in sports, takes, arguments, drama, Twitter battles, who's right, who's wrong, who said that we forget that people are just trying to get through life. We all love this game. We all care about it. We all argue because we're passionate. But by the end of the day, none of it matters if we treat each other like actual human beings. Guys, love everybody. Everybody love everybody. Respect each other, support each other, even people when you disagree with them, even the fan bases you cannot stand. Dallas Cowboys. Even the folks make you roll your eyes. You never know when somebody's dealing with you. You never know what kind of day they're having. A little bit of kindness goes a long way. Everybody needs to love everybody. Man Hour Nation, I appreciate you all. As always, guys, we are out, baby.
Hey, now it's time to take off. Gotta keep it live